Hello everyone, welcome back to my Let's Play of Spongebob Squarepants. That's all for Bikini Bottom. From where we last left off, we've entered Goo Lagoon, and now we're going to tackle for some more robotic chaoses. Sorry, can we forget I said chaoses? Bubble Bash. This won't be easy. Yeah, I already know that. Hello. Let's grab that. There's... Ow! Here's a sign. There's a sign here that says, "Welcome to Goo Lagoon." This is where Spongebob and Patrick usually go. Probably to relax. And so does Sandy. Oh, and who we got this time? Oh no, not him again! It's a robot that produces rain? Thunder! Produces a grey cloud of lightning! Well, he produces lightning attack, not rain! Sorry, but you're not gonna electrocute me! Ow! Now I know what it's like having an electric shock. Well, to be honest, I have like static shocks. So I might probably talk about later.
I feel like a new sponge.
Oh, it was worth doing that. Hey, hey, hey! Look who it is!
Spongebob, do I look burned?
It's Larry, the lobster.
Well, you do look a little red.
Barnacles! That darn robot.
Robot?
Yeah, a big robot stole everybody's sunscreen.
That's not good!
Oh no! Everyone will burn, and then they'll get all itchy and peel.
Oh, don't remind me of that!
Exactly! You can't spend a day at the beach without sunscreen. That sun is way too hot.
Tell me about it.
That robot is out on the island. Nobody can get to him. SpongeBob, maybe you can use those sun reflectors to point the sun's rays on that robot. If you hit one of the buttons on the side of a lifeguard tower, the reflector will turn. Connect all the towers and the light will shoot right out of the big reflector on the island. Then all you have to do is swim out to the island and turn the big reflector onto the robot.
See, that's the main problem with SpongeBob here.
I'll stay here and protect the babes.
But I can't swim.
See? I was just getting to that.
If you hit one of the buttons on the side of a lifeguard tower, the reflector will turn. Connect all the towers and shoot the light out to the big reflector on the island. When the light is pointed at the island, go there and turn the last reflector.
Okay, okay. You know, to be honest, some people get sunburn. You know, to be fair, I remember times where I've got sunburned. Like I remember there was that time when me and my family were in Lanzarote in 2001, when me and my dad went snorkeling. I think that was when I had my arms were like all blistery because the salt from the water worn off my sun cream I was wearing. And also I remember that time when my sister Nicola had her foot before and she was taken to a hospital. It was luckily that wasn't me. I think she got her foot stuck into something. It wasn't glass or something.
Somehow.
Oh, not him again! Hello, there's someone sunbathing. Well, I can't get to him. Larry the lobster here. Living like Larry. I keep saying every time I mention him. We'll show him what it's like to living in the moment. They say, living like Larry! Remember this. Living like Larry. As I'll say it again. By living like Larry. Living like Larry. Get it? Oh, ouch. And also you may remember that lightning struck from earlier. Oh yeah, I was just getting to that as well. I think that was the episode. That was a bit I remember in Waterloo Road, Series 6, Episode 19. That was a bit when Christopher Mead, who was a deputy head in the science team, was telling his pupils about lightning strikes. Then one of the pupils, Denzel Kelly, asking him if one hits you means you die. Chris responded to if he's severely injured. Oh, that was a funny question that Denzel asked him. So what? Oh yeah, but you know that was the time when in the spring term of Series 6 was the storyline reveals when the relationship between Jonah Kirby and Francesca Montoya. You know, Chesco's the head of Spanish in that series, who's played by actress and singer Karen David. I think she's well talented. Now I remember that bit in episode when Jonah Kirby was fighting with his mate Ronan Burley, who told Vicky McDonald about what Jonah's seeing Miss Montoya. Oh, I can't get to that. I can't get to that as well. As we were getting to that episode, oh yeah, I was getting to that lightning bit. There's a bit in that episode when Denzel Kelly was trying to test that electrical machine which says he could survive a shock. And then Tom Clarkson came. He's like, "What the hell are you playing at?" Like, "All of you out now, not you." And also the end bit was quite dramatic. You remember that bit when Marcus Kirby flipped out with Jonah's dad. He flipped out about Jonah seeing Miss Montoya. I mean, you should have seen the way he was responding to. He was like, "How long has this been going on, Jonah?" A couple of months. We just reenact that scene. Like, we're all angry, Marcus. Don't worry, we are going to be taking appropriate action against Miss Montoya. Too little, too late. I want to be with her. Don't be ridiculous. I'm taking her away from this school. Well away. You are never going to see that woman again, ever. We're going to get married. What? You're not even old enough, boy. Maybe not in England. This is a wind-up, yeah? Tell me this is a wind-up. We're going to Gretna Green and you can't stop us. Have you completely lost your mind? Oh wait, let's just calm down for 1 second. Don't you tell me to calm down. We're going to leave this to the police. You don't have to get involved. Yes, we do. I want the woman arrested and locked up now. That sounds pretty hard from Marcus' point of view. Ah, here we go. Yes, we're getting back to this. Let's play here. Where's the next batch? Ah, here we go. Just getting to that. Yeah, Patrick will see what it's like to live in. Where are we at? Time to start living like Larry. Okay, this is going to be right tricky. Isn't that what Patrick's socks right there? Now we've got 5. Oh, that's a good way of belly flopping him. You see Patrick did a belly flop right here. Look at that. This is different to what Crash Bandicoot usually does. Oh, look at that, bouncing on someone with sunbathing. That's more different than standing on them. Like, oh yeah, do you remember? I suppose you remember that old grown-up episode, Blind Man's Bluff. I think I already mentioned that when I was doing my Let's Play of Rugrats Search for Reptar. You remember when I was doing the Mirror Land? I think that was, you remember that episode where Tommy and Dale wants to go to Slush Mountain, and then Stu and Dee Dee asked them to pick up Grandpa Boris and to take care of him. And so they ended up losing Grandpa Boris in the process when they arrived at Slush Mountain. Let's see, how do I do a Grandpa Boris impression? Can I still do that?
Come back here, Oliver! I know it, I'll walk you anywhere!
Like, who you calling I'm an old man? Sorry. Funny you see that. Like, who you calling I'm an old man? My name's Irving. Sorry. Okay, still can't do that.
Cat, take it.
See where SpongeBob doesn't like what he says. Oh yeah, I was getting to that swimming. Yes, but remember the episode Sponge got on duty? Let's see, how do I... Okay, this is not what I had in mind.
A little shade on a hot day.
Okay, let's see what happens if I do this.
Sometimes pushing a simple button is the most satisfying. Push, 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 push.
Okay, that's not my point of view. I don't know whether this will work, but we'll give it a go. Hey, there's Mrs. Puffite over there. Okay, how do I do this? It's been a while since I did this. Try this again. Okay, let's see if this will work. Okay, let's see. Okay, that's not what I had in mind. Let's see if this works. Okay, but how do we get to over there? Oh, you see, SpongeBob can't swim! Remember the episode SpongeBob on duty? If I know being a lifeguard means guarding their lives, I would never have said yes. Maybe nothing will go wrong. And when Larry comes back, I'll tell him I'm not interested. But you should see that when Patrick crossed the line. Crab! That was quite funny. You see? When SpongeBob body's rolling on the water and Patrick was inside. Oh my god, I'm getting butt crabs and now it's dark!
Oh no, the children's balloons have been overfilled. They're carrying the children out of control.
Look at that.
I don't know, Mrs. Puff. It looks like they're having a lot of fun.
Yes, too much fun if you ask me. You can save the children by bubble bashing each of the balloons. Bubble bash all the balloons, then come see me for a reward.
Can do, Mrs. Puff.
Okay, how do you bubble bash these balloons? It's been a while since I last...
You can save the children by bubble bashing each of the balloons.
Alright, okay. It's not gonna be easy though. But to do that I need to get close proximity. Ah, bubble bashing, oh yeah, I forgot. That's how you do it. I forgot about that. Silly me. We'll deal with these robots later. Here's another one of Patrick's socks. Let's get that kid right there. Oh, look at that. Look what that made me do. Okay, that didn't work. Really need to get closer. Okay, 2 down. How many to go? 1. 3 to go. Ah, great, can't seem to get to that sock. Let's get the underwears here.
I feel like a new start.
I mean, how often do we see Mrs. Papa Goo Lagoon? She doesn't normally go there. You know, we often see her at boarding school. I remember, yeah, like, between... Okay, how are we gonna get that kid down? Oh well, it's not like we're gonna leave it up to his mother. Ow! Get out of here! Another.
That sinking feeling.
Okay, is it just me? This is gonna be tricky. How are we gonna get? Yeah, with nowhere. No! Damn it! Get rid of him here, right here. Yes!
Somehow I don't think he needs a hand.
Let's get rid of this while we're at it. Ouch! How did that get me? Get out of here, you nanobot wannabes! You can't see the nanobots. Can you imagine that? Try telling that to those nanobots in Jimmy Neutron. I keep saying over and over again. Come on, you have to admit. Don't you remember those nanobots in that show? I just remember them trying to protect Jimmy. I've already made an impression of Carl Weezer, who was Jimmy's best friend. I remember it was quite funny when the nanobots went after Sheen. Like, get away from me! You remember Sheen, who was that kid who was really obsessed with Ultra Lord. Oh, I got Patrick again! Oh, good poor Patrick, even he can't swim as well! What do you say? Oh yeah. Oh! Oh yeah, I suppose I remember. Just get rid of him first. Okay, how am I going to do that without falling into the water? Whoa! Just waiting. Oh, thought that was my one-off chance. I mean, I don't know why SpongeBob can't swim. If he took swimming lessons when he was younger, he would have known how to swim. Oops. Oh, there goes that kid in the water. Okay, this is gonna be tricky. Yes! Finally did it! 5! Anyway, let's get back to Mrs. Puff. Okay. Ching-ching-ching! That's what I would do. Like, I remember that catchphrase from Ed, and Eddie. Like, every time Eddie thinks somebody, he's like, ching-ching-ching!
My hero! You saved the children! Here's a golden spatula as a reward.
Let's get that. Because SpongeBob is like being awarded as a hero. Anyway, as far as I remember the episode "No Weenies Allowed." That was quite funny. You know, when SpongeBob was trying to get to that tough club called the Salty Spittoon. You know, that tough guy. Like, alright, fellas, you've been allowed to get into the Salty Spittoon, the roughest, toughest sales club ever to be exist in the 7 seas. Only the baddest of the bad can get in. You need to have muscles. You need to have muscles on your muscles. You need to have muscles on your eyeballs. I'm quite good at doing impressions. And oh yeah, I remember.
Thank goodness.
Oh yeah, I still remember that bit when SpongeBob said like, "I think it's time to take it up a notch." There's a bit when he was shadowboxing. I mean, and all of a sudden, when he cracked his knuckles, they're like a sudden crack. Especially when, as I was getting to that, even when SpongeBob was doing that shadowbox, see, he had like he cracked his knuckles, so like, and he goes. He had like a sudden crack. His fingers were all broken. He's like, why does that makes me wondering? That makes me wondering why SpongeBob breaks his fingers. That robot waiter in the episode is quite funny. He keeps calling SpongeBob a weenie. I'm not a weenie. I'm sorry, sir, but my senses indicate that you are indeed a weenie. That's impossible! You can't hide what's inside. The sandcastle contest. Okay, I can't trash them. There's Bubble Buddy right there. What's he doing? Yes! Finally made it on top. That was my one-off chance to get up there. I don't want to pat. Is that Bubble Buddy down there? Like a sandcastle competition right there. Even I can't build a sandcastle bigger than that. Speaking of sandcastles, have you ever seen that cartoon show, Howard Henry? Oh, you got it. It's very good. I think I first got into it when I was in Darwin in Lancashire. Let's see it. Oh yeah, it was like one episode when Henry was trying to suspect who stole his favourite teddy, Mr. Kill. And then there was a bit when he was interrogating his little brother Peter. Let's see, what do I remember in that? I remember when Henry put a flag in the sandcastle and Peter bucked his head out. He was like, "Mom, Henry's being horrid!" And Henry was like, "We would have gotten first prize in the sandcastle competition if you hadn't started bluffering."
SpongeBob, I heard that you were collecting golden spatulas.
Yes, Bubble Buddy. I am. Have you seen one?
Why, yes! We were having a sandcastle contest, and somebody put a golden spatula on the top.
If I had a castle, I'd name it Fort Pattytown III. And Fort Pattytown III would have a big bake sale every Monday.
The golden spatula?
Oh, at the top of the sandcastle, right. That should be easy to reach.
Well, perhaps you should see for yourself.
Yeah, but he's quite good as Bubble Buddy. So it was like getting back to Hot Henry. Oh yeah, there was a bit when Henry had no choice but to cut Peter's cello strings. And then when the door opened, that made Henry cut all the strings because his mum and dad entered. And then Henry's mum revealed what she watched Mr. Gill.
Must get to higher ground.
Whoa, dear, flash flood! Oh no, that's not really good here.
Go, SpongeBob. It's your birthday.
Oh yeah, speaking of SpongeBob's birthday, I remember the episode where he meets a tattletale strangler. That was quite funny, that one. Oh yeah, I don't know what my favourite bit is in that episode.
Water rising. Must get to higher ground.
What was my favourite bit in that episode? Oh yeah, it was when SpongeBob was at this house with the strangler who's disguised himself as a bodyguard. Like, oh, I can't reach it. Like, do you think you can hop on my shoulders, kid? Well, sure. With these spiky cleats, anything is possible. Cleats? You should have seen the way his cleats were got stuck in the most. In the strangler's hand. Get your feet out of my eye socket! I'm trying, but my cleats are stuck in your corneas. I can see the way he was running around in fear. I mean, now. Stop. Don't be mad, bodyguard. He's got bandages over his eye sockets. Don't be mad, bodyguard. Let me just get the key I keep under the mat and then we'll get inside. And they were like having a party, but the strangler was looking all fed up. And SpongeBob was like, bye everybody, thanks for coming. Bye Mr. Krabs, bye Plankton, bye Larry, bye. Ow. I'm sorry. Let's try again. Like, thanks for coming! Bye Mr. Krabs, bye Plankton, bye Sandy, bye Larry, bye Pearl, bye Mrs. Pop, bye Squidward, bye the rest! And then we were like having another party again, which was SpongeBob's birthday. And so I was getting back to the no weenies allowed. So there was that bit when SpongeBob and Patrick were doing a fake fight. The highlight of that bit when SpongeBob was like, you're going down, Tubby! And Patrick's like, Tubby! Do you want me to reenact that scene? I don't care if you're a demon sea as I don't care if you're a demon sea as Davy Jones. You're going down, Tubby. Let's just try again. No. Shall I try again? Let me just reenact that scene again. I don't care if you're a demon sea as Davy Jones. You're going down, Tubby. Tubby. Nobody calls me Tubby! Remember, don't call Patrick Tubby! Yeah, there's a lesson to be learned in that episode. Don't call Patrick Tubby! How is Patrick beating himself up? In that bit. Whoa, you destroyed that guy without even touching him. What's next? Oh, great, cannons firing beach balls! I mean, we've already seen one in SpongeBob's house. Was all those cannons in Bikini Bottom's shooting sinks? Oh yeah, the robots are quite annoying. Oh, no more cannons are firing beach balls! Oh, now look what the beach ball made me do! Well, look at it. Let's just get rid of that first. Let's see. Do you remember episodes where SpongeBob had a oh yeah, I remember the episode Crab Borg. That was quite funny. It's the one where SpongeBob thinks that Mr. Krabs is a robot. But first we have to deal with those cannons that fire beach balls. I don't... Normally, these days, cannons don't fire beach balls or sinks. I mean, what kind of cannons that fire beach balls? Let's get to that golden spatula. As I was getting to that episode where SpongeBob thinks that Mr. Krabs is a robot. That was quite funny. And he started talking to his radio. Like, that's funny. Mr. Krabs was talking to his radio, and he said he feels recharged. And if I didn't know about that, I'd say he was a robot. Nah. That was the end bit. It was quite funny when Squidward and SpongeBob were interrogating Mr. Krabs. And he was like, "Oh, hello, boys. What can I do for you?" "Why'd you lock the door?" "Why'd you have a rope? Who's watching the cash register?" Oh, look at that. Like, where's Mr. Krabs? I'm Mr. Krabs. Where's Mr. Krabs? I'm Mr. Krabs. Where's Mr. Krabs? I am Mr. Krabs. I am.
Well done, SpongeBob.
This is one stubborn robot. What? What? You think I'm a robot? We don't think. We know. That's the silliest thing I've ever heard. I am Mr. Krabs. That was quite funny, that. Hey, it's time to be Gary.
Must get to higher ground.
And SpongeBob was like, "Hey, it's time to be Gary." And Squidward was like to clean up with Mr. Krabs yelling at him. He's like, Squidward! As I was getting, I think I was getting to Mr. Krabs. As you remember in this game, Mr. Krabs is voiced by like Joe Wright or something. If in the series, Mr. Krabs is voiced by Clancy Brown. I do remember Clancy Brown as the voice of Dr. Cortex and Uka Uka from Crash Bandicoot until Crash Nitro Kart. I think Clancy Brown is very good at doing Mr. Krabs. And also, speaking of that, Clancy Brown also voiced another character in the Nickelodeon show. This time, Clancy Brown did the voice of Principal Pangbon in a Rugrats spin-off, All Grown Up. You know Principal Pangbon, who used to be a wrestler. Oh yeah, speaking of Pangbon, I do remember a bit of him. Remember that episode Susie Sings the Blues where he was on his megaphone. And then he's like, "I smell fear." You should have seen the way he was looking at with Tommy. They were all afraid. Most kids were afraid of him. And also, I remember that episode Truth or Consequences. There was some bits where he was having sessions with Dill. He was wanting to observe Dill because he was like. He's interesting. Oh, I can't even get up to that sock here. I mean, I like that sessions that Pangbon had with Dill. And then he's like, "I've been observing you, Pickles, and I must say I find your behavior disturbing." Like, I can't do the voice of Dill really because my voice is entirely different to his. But I could do impressions of Pangbon and Mr. Krabs. For example, there's a reenactment. Like, "This past week I noticed you've been eating exclusive." No, let's try again. "This past week I noticed you've been eating exclusively green foods, hopping the class on one foot, and wearing your clothes inside out. What does that tell you, son?" "This is the standards of the Rorschach test. I assure you and they blot, you tell me what you see." Now you see. And also the next bit of that was quite funny when they were doing a words experiment. You're like, "I'll say a word, you say... I'll say a word, you respond with the first thing that comes to mind. Hot, cold, stop it! You're supposed to give me a new word, not the same one I gave you." That was quite funny. He's like, "Get out! No sense of tomorrow. Instead, I want to see the folks responsible for your existence." It was quite funny when Pangbon ripped his jacket or shirt think he ripped off his jacket. I mean, how did Tommy record the whole bit when he was inside the wardrobe? I mean, that episode was quite funny, isn't it? I think I remember that bit when there was a bit when Dill told Tommy about a guy named Van Gogh, the guy who cut off his own ear. So, yeah, it was a bit when Tommy filmed Chucky doing the drums. Then Chaz was like, "The poor guy doesn't seem to have a knack for it." No, yeah, there's a bit when when Angelica came round to the house, and then she saw what Tommy recorded. And she was like,
Hello, Gary.
"Gary, what's he doing here? How did he get there?"
You don't say. Squidward bought a new sweater. Oh, he's so crazy. Meow.
All that Gary says is meow.
And there's a golden spatula at the end of this cave. Wow. There's a golden spatula. Thanks, Gary. Meow.
Why would you thank a snail for giving out tips? I mean, Rick Roden, how can snails breathe underwater? Okay, how do I get to there? Okay, this is virtually this is like Mission Impossible. This is almost this is really Mission Impossible. Well, let's try Patrick.
Hey, Gary.
Oh, look at Patrick. Look at Gary. Oh, how could SpongeBob can't do this? Oh, good. Oh yeah, I suppose you remember the episode Dumped. Oh yeah, Dumped was quite hilarious here. Come on, Gary. That was the episode where Gary shows Patrick over SpongeBob. I like that. Let's see, I remember that bit when the game of SpongeBob. Hey, hold it right. Say goodbye to Patrick, Gary. Meow. Hold it right there, Dan Mom Angry Pants. What's that supposed to mean? I don't know. But I do know Gary knows who he wants to go with. Now I suggest you put him down and let him choose. No, it's funny. Come on, come here, Gary. Come here, Gary. Uh-oh, one way, Gary. Gary, turn around, get Gary now. Gary, no, don't do it, Gary. No, Gary. You see what SpongeBob was like over that. The guy, SpongeBob ended up getting a new pet to replace Gary. He got a worm named Rex, which never acts like a dog. It's quite funny how things in SpongeBob work out. Worms acting like dogs, and snails acting like cats. Oh yeah, no, but after Rex left, SpongeBob has get up another pet. This time, a different snail. He named his snail Larry. A pufferfish. Remember Larry, that grumpy, moody snail, who looks a lot like Gary, except for the eyebrows and the different colour. So I was getting back to Larry and Dumped. Larry in the episode Dumped, you can tell he looked a lot like Gary, except for the eyebrows and the different colour of his shell. And so he looks a lot. Let me try again. You can tell that Larry looked a lot like Gary, except for the eyebrows and the colour of his shell. Remember Larry like, bon appetit. You could tell Larry was a bit all stray, acts like a stray cat. You see, although Larry ever did an episode was his at SpongeBob. And it's like, hello, I didn't know Patrick Sock was right over there. And Larry's like, let me reenact Larry's hissing, but like. Okay, maybe later.
Patrick needs to do laundry.
You got that right. So I was getting back to the Larry hissing. Try again. I sound like a cat hissing with them doing that. And there's a bit when Larry showed up with his newspaper that Gary used to sleep in. Like, hey, that's right. Let me try again. Let's just try again. That's right. Yeah, I guess you can sleep there. I'll sleep down here. Well, good night, Larry. Anyway, that's enough of dumped right now. Yeah, because I think in the end it was real. Okay, this is gonna be tricky. It was real. How am I gonna get to up the? Oh yeah. He only liked me for my shorts. Suppose like, no, Patrick. He wanted the cookie in your pocket. That's all. That's not explaining the whole thing. Ouch. Okay, I can't get to that other sock right now. I don't recall Patrick owning a washing machine. How am I gonna get to that other sock? Okay. We'll give it a go. There's a golden spatula Gary was on about. Okay, let's see what we got so far. I think we really need Patrick for this.
I feel like a new sponge.
Here is Patrick. Okay. Let me have. Seven, 6, 5. Anyway, the ice is going to begin to melt. Let's go to the pier. But still we need to do that other task first. For Larry's last, I think. Here we are, the pier. Look at Spongebob standing proudly. Hello, what did I do there? Did I shine that light on the island right there? Anyway, I'm gonna cut off here, and so I will see you next time. Bye.